Hello, I introduce you to query design in Microsoft Access, and I have a database here. The name is
Title is access-demo: database.
demo. That is the file name. And I have a table called
Staff preference. Right button to add.
staff preferences. And in the staff preferences, I want to create a query, because in the staff preferences table we have fields like ID, we have full name, and we have food that each staff member prefers to eat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to create a query to return the list of staff members who eat beans. And to create a query, we go to Create tab, press the ribbon key, which is Alt. And then
ribbon, group box.
You press right arrow to go to Create tab.
Create tab to switch pages.
Then you press
Control
tab
plus
a number of
Alt
times. Press tab a number of times until you find query design.
Tables group box. Menu, share, queries group box, query wizard, query design button.
Good. So we have query design here. Press enter.
Enter. Leaving menus, multi-select list box, show table.
So here we are in the show table window, and how many tables do we have?
Staff preference, one of
We
one.
only have one table, which is staff preference. You can press insert plus up arrow to hear the table name if you have only one table. So you need to add this table to your query design. If you had any other table, you would use the arrow keys up or down. When you're on the table you want, you press tab once.
ODBC timeout. To activate, press spacebar, Alt plus A. Add button.
So after pressing tab once, I find add. I press enter.
Enter.
Then when I tab again,
to activate, press spacebar, Alt plus C. Close button.
Close.
Enter. Design view, workspace, query 1.
Now the next level we are taken to is adding the fields that you want to appear in your table, and they're arranged in columns and rows, and we are on the first row. So in the first field on the first row, I want the ID to appear. You can manually type ID, or you can press down, Alt down arrow,
edit,
and then
edit staff preference, star.
When you continue with the down arrow,
edit ID,
down arrow,
edit full name.
But I'm pressing up arrow here,
edit ID,
and then insert plus up arrow to hear the name in case it keeps quiet. I press enter on ID.
Enter. Auto number, type and text.
So automatically I am moved to the next field. Let me type the name for this field. I want here to be full name.
FULLNAME.
And then I press tab to go to the next field.
Auto number, type and text.
I want here to be food.
FOOD.
Good. So these are the items that will appear in my query. Now I can press down arrow and look for criteria.
Auto number, table colon, staff preference. Auto number, sort colon. Auto number, blank, type and text. Auto number, criteria colon.
Good. So I've got criteria, and remember I've gone to the criteria field when I am in the column of food. Since I want to query the food, I had to be in that column. If I wanted to query the name, I would go to the column of name, like full name, and then scroll down using down arrow key until I find criteria and query a specific name. Now in the food field, I want to write here beans.
BEANS.
So I want to get people who eat beans. I press Alt, which is the ribbon key. Straight I will be taken to design tab.
Upper ribbon. Group box. Design tab. The switch.
And then you tab twice to find run.
Lower ribbon. Design group box. Results group box. Run button to move
Run.
through the
Press
controls
enter.
on enter. Leaving menu bar. ID 1. Type.
Good. The results have come. So the first person in our table eats beans.
4. Type and text.
And then the fourth person.
10. Type
And
and
then
text.
the 10th person.
0. Type and text.
Those 3 people eat beans.
10.
Who are
Type
they?
4. Type and 1. Type and text.
When you on 1, press tab.
Full name. Akello Moses. Type and text.
Moses.
Food. Beans.
His food
Type
is
and text.
beans.
B. ID 4. Type and text.
ID number 4 is
Full name. Aluka
that,
Jolly. Type and
that
text.
name.
Food. Beans. Type
His
and
food
text.
is beans.
ID 10. Type and text.
Tab again.
Full name. Catton Julius. Type and text.
Tab again.
Food. Beans. Type and text.
Good.
Beans. Type
So,
and text.
We have got 3 people eat beans and their names are here. So we save.
Control S. Save as. Save as. Query name colon edit. Query 1. Type and text. Alt
I'm
plus
going
N.
to save it as beans.
BEANS.
Beans. I have typed there and press enter.
Enter. Datasheet view. Query 1. Beans. Type and
I could use Control plus W to close.
Control W. Datasheet view. MDI
And then
client.
Alt F4 to close the database.
Alt F4. Documents. Items view multi-select list.